Hello again, it's Teacher Jake here, back for your weekly video. We're going to talk about metaphors and idioms today. Metaphors and idioms. Okay, so idioms and metaphors. These are two things that you will hear a lot in English. A word can have two completely different meanings. We already talked about that last week with homonyms. First of all, metaphor. A metaphor has two meanings. One is figurative, one is literal. Figurative and literal. For example, the tree danced in the wind. Now, literally, what does that mean? Can trees dance? No, they cannot literally dance. So this is what we call figurative. So when we're talking about trees dancing, it just means that they move and they look like they're dancing. Next one we have, he's on fire today. He's on fire. Now, the literal meaning is obviously he's burning. I've never been on fire. You are on fire. Why do we say that? Well, that is normally if you've done a really good job, you're, say in football, you score like 3 goals, or in the class you get 100% in your test. I'd say, wow, you're on fire today. So very different. We have the literal meaning and the figurative. Literal, figurative. Okay. Next up, we have idioms. Idioms are a bit more complicated. Unless you know the idiom already, it can be very confusing. You can't work it out very easily. You just kind of need to know them. If you don't understand every word in the sentence, you're going to struggle. But even if you do understand every word, an idiom always has a different symbolic meaning. Okay. So first up, we have time flies when you're having fun. Time flies. So what does that mean? Does it mean there is a flying clock in the sky? No, it is not a flying clock. There's a hidden meaning. There's a second meaning. So we want to think about the figurative meaning. So the definition would be, you don't notice how long something lasts when you enjoy doing it. Okay. So if I'm playing my video games and then I look at the clock and it's bedtime, I'm like, wow, time flies. Okay. Okay. Here's another one that you may have heard before. Maybe in my classroom, in one ear and out the other. So when something goes in one ear and then out the other, what does that mean? It's very simple. It's not about something going through your brain. You're not using an arrow to go inside your brain, obviously. So what's the figurative meaning of this? Let's have a look. Yeah, as if you're not listening. If I'm talking to you and the words are going in one ear and out the other, it means you've not been listening, or you're distracted, or you're not paying attention, okay? Don't let the cat out of the bag. Don't let the cat out of the bag. So, now, this isn't about a cat. There's no cat here. There's no bag. This is figurative. It means something else. What do we think the figurative meaning is? Well, it contains a metaphor in this sentence. The cat doesn't mean cat. It means like a secret or something you don't want other people to know about. So if you tell just one person your secret, then very soon everybody's going to know, people will talk. You're letting the cat out of the bag. If somebody walks into the room and you're talking about their surprise birthday party, and they hear you, you would say, oh, I'm so sorry, I let the cat out of the bag, okay? But there's no real cat, there's no real bag, it's figurative. I have a few links here for you that we can go through now. This one is an excellent YouTube video all about idioms. You can search for this, or I'll put this link in the description. I suggest you watch that. We have an idiom game. Okay, so this is a game that you can play by yourselves at home. Okay, so in this game, it says, you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so what words do we know there? There's a book and judge. So we can't judge a book by its cover. Now, what does that mean? So should it be, you shouldn't decide the value of something by its outward appearance? Avoid interfering in a situation that is currently causing no problems, or everyone will have good luck or success at some point in their lives. Now, I think it's this one. Yay. Okay, so it's a very simple game. You can play it on your phones or you can follow the link in the description. Here's some English idioms for you. So a lot of reading here, but what I want to show you is this chart. An idiom, the meaning, and how we use it. So a blessing in disguise means a good thing that seemed bad at first, okay? And we have a whole lot of these here. If you want to, you can have a look through these. I do have a worksheet for you if you'd like to practice. Now, this worksheet is just a very simple thing. There's only 7 questions. All you have to do is circle the idiom in each sentence. So where is the idiom? Sharon had butterflies in her stomach before the championship game. So what part of that is an idiom? Circle it. Then write underneath, what does that mean? Today we have a challenge. What I want you to do is think about some of the idioms in your own language. So in Thai, there are many, many, many idioms. See if you can think of an idiom in Thai. Choose one that you like, an idiom that you really like, and write it down on a piece of paper or in a notebook. Think of an idiom, write it down, write it in English, and then write down what does it mean? What is the figurative meaning? If you have any questions about any of this, please do drop in on my office hours next Friday morning. Give me a call and ask me any question you like about idioms and metaphors. That's all for today. So thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.